Students, good morning. We are at the first class in the class 7 and the first chapter is integers. And before starting the chapter, you will have to understand some topics before integer topic. First topic is natural number. What is the definition of natural number? As you know, the counting numbers are called natural numbers. As you know very well, we started our counting from 1. It means 1, 2, 3, these are the natural numbers. Here you should understand that 1 is the smallest natural number. The second topic is whole number. When 0 is collectively counted with the counting number, or you can say that 0 plus natural number forms whole number. It means whole number starts with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the whole numbers. It means 0 makes a difference between the natural number and the whole number. Whole number always start from 0. Now the real topic, integers. 0, the natural number, and the negative of natural number forms integers. We have said 0 counting numbers, that means natural number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the negative of these natural numbers, it means -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. This all forms a group that is called integers. It means integers have two groups, positive and negative. -4, -5, -3, -2, -1, this forms negative integer, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forms positive integer. Here you should understand that 0 is neither negative nor positive integer. Now you have to know some rules about integers for multiplication. If positive integer is given and the power is odd or even, that means you are multiplying positive number for odd times or even times, the result will be positive. Like if it is written 2 raised to power 3, it means you have to multiply 2 after writing 3 times. It means it will give plus 8. 2 raised to power 4, it means 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that will give you plus 16. It means positive integer is going to multiply for odd times or even times, it will give positive answer. But for negative number, for negative integer, if the power is odd, that means -2 raised to power 3, it means you have to write -2 3 times and then you have to multiply. Here the answer will be negative. As you know the rule, negative integer and the power is odd, it means you have to multiply the negative integer for the odd times, then the answer will be in negative form. Here the answer will be -8. But if the given integer is negative and you have to multiply it for even times, then the answer will be positive. As -2 raised to power 4, it means -2 into -2 into -2 into -2. Here is negative number and here its power is even number. Then the answer will be positive, plus 16. It means when the integer is negative and its power is odd, the answer will be in the negative form. And if the number is negative and its power is even, then the answer will be in the positive form. Now we have to study some rules of the integers for multiplication. Just after erasing the board, I'm going to write the rules. And the first rule is, at first the heading is properties of multiplication. Properties of multiplication. First property is closure property. You should understand what is the closure property. According to closure property, integer into integer equal to integer. That means the product of two integer will be also a integer. The second is commutative law. Commutative law, or commutative property of integer. It says that if a is an integer and b is also an integer, then the product of a into b will be equal to b into a. That means it means there is no changing in the product if you are going to change your order. And third is associative law. Associative law is just like commutative law, but in the commutative law we are talking about only two integers. For associative law it will be for the three numbers or three integers. If you multiply in the product of a into b with c, this will be equal to the product of a into the product of b into c. And the fourth property, according to a question, according to the book, fourth property is existence of multiplicative identity. Existence of multiplicative identity. It says that if any integer is multiplied by 1, the answer will be the number itself. Suppose a is an integer and it is going to multiply with 1, then answer will be a itself. And the fifth property is existence of 0. It says that if any integer is going to multiply with 0, the result will be 0. The sixth property is distributive law of multiplication over addition. According to it, if there are three integers a, b and c, if you multiply with a with the sum of b into c, that will be equal to the sum of product of a, b and ac. It means a into b plus c will be equal to a into b plus a into c. The same law for the distributive law of multiplication over, this was for addition, and we are going to study over subtraction. According to it, a, b, c, there are three integers. If we are going to multiply with a to the difference of b and c, then the product will be the same if you multiply with a and b and a into c and then subtract. That means a into b minus c will be equal to a into b minus a into c. These are the 7 main laws or properties of multiplication for integers. If you understand these all rules, all properties, then you can easily form or complete the chapter number 1. Here the chapter 1.1 is totally based on the properties of multiplication for the integers. I think if you clearly understand these rules or clearly memorize these properties of multiplication, then you can easily solve the chapter 1.1. Okay, I will like to complete the video with the